What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for VH1's Family Reunion Love and Hip Hop Edition Season 2, Episode 2. The episode was titled, and get this is a long ass title. It's all fun and games until the estranged husband arrives. Who came up with that title? But that's the name of the episode. So before we get into the review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel, and you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm gonna need you guys to do me a big favor. Stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Like the video, you guys. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on. So that way you guys are notified of when I drop anything else. And share, I already said that, but hey, once again, share the video, like and subscribe to the channel, notifications on. And without further ado, let's discuss VH1's Family Reunion Love and Hip Hop Edition. And that is a long ass title as well, but not long as this damn episode title. All right, you guys. So the episode, we opened up. You guys remember in last week's episode, it ended with Bobby having a conversation with both Sin and Jonathan about what happened between Erica's friend and him, right? So then we move over and we see Erica and Amina talking. So Amina is asking Erica, like, what happened between you and Bobby, right? So Erica's whole thing is, you guys remember, it was Safari's birthday. Safari's birthday is what, like July 5th or something like that. I know that because we're both Cancers, and I'm like, wow, he's a Cancer and he acts nothing like I do, right? But hey, his birthday was in July. I remember he did something. I know he was out of the country at one point. Then he came back to the States and he went to Miami, right? So I remember Bobby and that girl from a previous season of Love and Hip Hop, and I think it was Love and Hip Hop New York. If I'm not mistaken, I believe she was the girl. If I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe she was the young lady that had that storyline that was intertwined with Rich and Moniece, right? When Moniece went from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood that season that they ended, then she went to New York to supposedly get rubbing pennies back, right? Is that the same girl? But you guys know they went to the club, right? Erica feels some type of way about the fact that, her husband was out here doing his thing, and she feels as if people that she knew, I guess, are bringing women around him. If your husband's gonna cheat, it don't matter who people bring around, right? He's gonna cheat regardless. So it doesn't matter if Bobby brought a woman around, or let's just say Brooke was there. If Brooke had her homegirls or Mimi or anybody, it doesn't matter who they bring around. If your husband wants to cheat, unfortunately, your husband is gonna cheat. So I didn't really understand Erica in that situation, right? But she feels that they were trying to help him cover his shit up as well. I don't know how people were trying to help him cover it up when his entire birthday week he was in the blogs. Like, he was literally all over the blogs, and I literally remember every story about him because you had just had the baby. You had just recently had the baby. You were in NICU, and like I said, he was out of the country. He came back, and even at that time, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was airing on television. So, okay, cool. So then they go play the game, right? So what they do is they play Heads Up, the Love and Hip Hop edition, right? Jonathan used Mimi as an example about her using, being in the shower with Nico. She's like, that's her alter ego. Yeah, okay, girl, if you say so. Your alter ego also lied to us, huh? For a whole entire season. So then it started lightning, right? So the producers came and told them, like, hey, you guys got to go inside because it's lightning. So then Bobby says to Erica, like, hey, Erica, can you and I have a conversation with each other, right? Now, I didn't see her acknowledge him, but we'll move on. So in the hallway, we see the sister wives walking and talking, Tara and Amina, right? You guys know Tara and Amina said that they are in a good space with each other, and I mean, they should be. It's been years since that whole debacle with Tara and Amina happened, right? And the whole time that Tara used to go at Amina, I was like, why are you going at Amina? I don't know if Amina, I can't remember if Amina really knew about Tara But I mean, you guys know, Peter could have been telling Amina that, me and Tyra, we not together like that. It's just the kid. It's just for the kids. And so we don't know. But they good with each other, right? And Amina tells Tara that, the divorce is officially official with she and Peter, and that, she's going to throw an event for them, and it's going to be a divorce party. And I'm like, oh, so y'all going to celebrate this divorce? This is why we call y'all sister wives. Y'all might as well just be in a whole throuple with Peter at this point. But I don't think either Tyra nor Amina wants Peter, but I'm just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I should be in a whole throuple. But we're going to pause here, you guys, and move forward. All right, you guys. So Erica, you guys remember I told you that Bobby pulled Erica to the side after the game night was, ended, and he wanted to have a conversation. So we see Bobby. So Bobby, Erica, Zelle, and Jonathan, they're all in a room together, right? And they're talking. And Bobby is just talking to Erica, asking Erica, what's the issue? Because your homegirl came up to me, and so see, I remember reading it in the blogs, but I don't know the whole logistics of the story. I can't remember. I know that Erica's friends got into it with the other girl, but Bobby was with her. I don't know if I would hope Bobby wouldn't swing on a woman, but Erica's friend swung on him and hit him, right? And Bobby said, ain't nobody beat my ass. But Erica's whole thing, and Erica was hella spicy. Like when they sat down, she was giving Bobby some heat, and I was like, Bobby just was really, I mean, for it to be Bobby, we know how Bobby is extra, we know how animated Bobby is, right? Bobby was really calm in that moment, but you coming at him a little spicy, right? So, she's saying that, she don't have to pay people to do things, and, her people don't play. Your people don't play, right? Your people don't play. I'm gonna let you have that one, right? Your people don't play. But what you should have, what your friend should have done in that moment, instead of going after the girl and going after Bobby, your friend should have went after your husband. Your friend should have grabbed your husband like, hey, nigga, you married to my best friend or my good friend or my Judy or what? You married to my girl, and she in the fucking hospital room, just had your baby, and your raggedy ass is here in the club. Like, don't check Bobby and don't check the other girl. Check your friend's man, because he's the one in the wrong. Like, you're a married man. Your wife went into premature labor because of you and your bullshit. Like, nigga, like I'm gonna hit my boy and be like, hey, nigga, your wife is in a hospital. Nigga, get the fuck out of this club. Like, I know it's your birthday, but nigga, your child is in the NICU. Where are your priorities? Like, that would be something that I would say, like, where are your fucking priorities? Like, you are a father. Get the fuck out of this club and go be with your family. That's what's more important than this club. Yes, it's your birthday. We gonna turn up for your birthday once your wife and your kid are in perfect health and they clear from the hospital. We gonna turn up. Like, we gonna turn up. We gonna have fun, but you gotta go be with your family. But nobody said that. So then eventually she tells Bobby, she don't blame him. She's going through a lot. She's going through postpartum. She's going through, the divorce with her husband, which is bullshit. Eric and Safari can miss me with the bullshit, right? But she says that Bobby shouldn't have brought the girl around. Like I said, once again, you could bring a Ooga Booga around if you wanted to. If Safari wanted to cheat with a Ooga Booga, Safari would have cheated with a Ooga Booga. Let's keep it real. So you can't sit here and say that Bobby was in the wrong. The person that's in the wrong is the person, and damn, I just spit, didn't mean to. The person in the wrong is the person that you made vows with, you exchanged vows with. That's the person in the wrong, Erica. Go to hell. Go to hell. So then we see Sin and Booby. They meeting up with each other, right? Booby told her he just finished working out, and I'm planning a field day today. You know how like you used to do back in 5th grade and stuff in middle school when they would have little activities set up for you outside, like football. He didn't say this, but I'm just exaggerating. Like football, all that kind of stuff. Even my family, when we used to have family reunions, they would have field days set up. Why do you talk so slow? Like, I'm a Texas native. I'm a Texas native, and you guys listen to how I talk. And I have friends and family from Houston that live in Houston. I know people from Houston. They don't talk as slow as Booby talks. So, hey. So we're going to move on, you guys. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk. So we see Yo-Yo. We see Brooke. We see Eric, and we see Mimi. They about to pull a Yo-Yo kicking that freestyle. I'm like, oh, come on, Yo-Yo. I'm feeling this right. So after that, have a conversation with Erica about Safari. You all know Safari is going to be coming in the next couple of days, in a day, right? So they're talking about Erica and Safari's relationship, right? Once again, what do I say about Erica and Safari's relationship? I'm not gonna say Erica and Safari are in a good space, but what I'm gonna say about Erica and Safari is, I feel like Erica and Safari are falling into the hole that a lot of people in a lot of married couples in a reality show realm fall into, right? Once they don't, once there's, once they need a storyline, sometimes they'll use their marriage as a storyline. And I'm gonna give you guys some great examples of people who I feel have used their marriage for storylines. Kirk and Rashida, prime example. Kirk and Rashida, Lyrica and Little Lyrica and Clutch and Pearls. Speaking of which, you guys know that they're going to be on the next season of Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. I don't know how real this situation was last season, but Married to Medicine, Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott. I don't know how real that situation was with their marriage, and I just really felt like they were playing it up just a little bit for the cameras, right? So yeah, I think that that's what Eric and Safari are falling into, the notion of let's just play up our relationship just a little bit. What else? So yeah, they were talking about that. Brooke sat there and told them that she knows for sure that Marcus cheated on her when she was pregnant with her daughter. And I'm like, but you still chose to stay with this nigga? Brooke, I'm gonna need you to do better. As fine as you are, I'm gonna need Brooke to do better. You deserve better. And she said she wasn't making an excuse for it, but girl, yes you were. Let's keep it real, Brooke. You were making an excuse for it, right? So then they tell Erica that, especially with them being parents, they're gonna have to find a way to be able to process this, right? And Yo-Yo was like, yeah, like you did, Mimi, because you had to process the situation with you and Stevie. She said, yeah, I did, right? So she was talking about the fact that, and I want to pose a question to you guys. What do you think is worse, right? What do you think is worse? Mimi's situation with Stevie or Erica's situation? Because Erica's situation with Safari, Erica found everything out real time, right? Mimi says that she didn't find out about the stuff with Stevie and Jocelyn, how serious it was, until Love and Hip Hop Atlanta aired on Monday nights. So which would you prefer? Oh, damn. Ooh. Honestly, Mimi's situation is worse, right? Mimi's situation is a lot worse because if you think about it, Erica found out in real time, but she had to deal with the social media scrutiny, right? But Mimi's is the reason why I say Mimi's is worse is because Mimi filmed that entire season 1, and I don't think Mimi said she found out when we found out, right? Because I'm trying to remember season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta from the beginning. I watched every season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm trying to remember at one point in the season did she find out, but I'm pretty sure probably by the time she found out, they were already airing. They probably were still filming. But damn, Mimi's is a lot worse because Stevie was lying to her, telling her that Jocelyn was his artist. Meanwhile, he was having sex with her, in a relationship with her. Speaking of Jocelyn, the Puerto Rican princess, have you guys saw the trailer for Jocelyn Cabaret Las Vegas that's coming to Zeus in January? Oh, that is a hot mess. That is a hot ass mess, and I think I'm gonna review it. I think I am. I know I'm gonna watch it. The fact that them women was swinging, pop, pop. I'm like, damn. Damn. So yeah, let's pause here, you guys, and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, we saw Amina. So Amina was outside. She was working out, and Peter came out there, right? So she asked Peter, like, "Hey, Peter, where were you at last night? Because we all went downstairs for game night. Actually, neither you nor Cisco came down." So he says, he just couldn't. He was just he felt some type of way about Shekinah saying that they were immature and all that kind of stuff. Which, let's be real, Peter, Dirty Feet Pete, you are immature, you are childish, you are a lot of different things, right? Like, y'all too motherfucking old. Y'all arguing over who won a pay-per-view fight that I don't think too many people watched. Creep Squad has been fighting with each other for years, and it's always been over the dumbest shit. It's always been over the dumbest shit, if you ask me. But it's always been entertaining to watch. But it's been over dumb shit, and y'all niggas are way too motherfucking old. What Peter is in his 50s. I know Peter and Rubbing Pennies are in their 50s. I don't know how old Cisco is, but I know the Dirty Feet Pete and Rubbing Pennies are in their motherfucking 50s. Nigga, y'all bones should be hurting by now, fighting with each other. But just saying, right? So Amina told Peter that she was working out on the beach yesterday, and Cisco was up there stripping, right? So Cisco was up there stripping, and they showed us the footage of Cisco, and I cracked the fuck up laughing, you guys, because he took his shirt off, and then he was up there just grind. I'm like, nigga, no. And I'm like, Amina, why did you tell Peter that situation in the first place? Because you know Peter finna lose his shit. And so Peter left, right? Peter left. And actually before that, because Peter thinks that Amina and Cisco, Uncle Fatso as I call him, did something with each other. She says no, they didn't do anything with each other. But in her interview with the producers, she did say that they kissed, they made out, right? I think y'all did a lot more. I think y'all did more than make out, Amina. Because, next week's episode looked like y'all did a little bit more than that, right? Oh, so the next thing is Rubbing Pennies. I would have threw up. Oh. I would have threw up. And when he went up to Erica, asking Erica for a kiss, absolutely no. I would have played dead. So then, you guys remember, it's a field day, right? So they split the teams up. There are 4 different teams. It's a blue team, it's a purple team, it's a yellow team, and it's another team. I don't know what the other team was. Don't care. I really don't care. The field day looked really fun. I don't know who won the field day. If they told us, I wasn't paying attention. Just keeping it real with you guys. The one thing that I want to move on to is this situation. So they got on the bus, right? And they were having fun. There's a stripper pole in there. So everybody was on the stripper pole, right? Then Bobby got on the pole, right? And Zelle had the nerve to say to Bobby and to Jonathan, y'all too gay for me. Huh? Now, I don't agree with him saying that because I'm like, yeah, you bi, but you, from what I saw, you're with more men than you are with women because someone has retweeted you on my timeline, and seeing you have sex was something that I never ever wanted to see in my life. Didn't want to. I never wanted to see Zelle having sex. Oh, the image that was in my. Oh God. Somebody literally retweeted him, and I will tell you guys, they are thirsty for Zelle. Why? I don't know, and why he had that shirt on like he did, I don't know. Sitting there looking like Winnie the fucking Pooh. Absolutely not, bitch. Absolutely not. Now, Jonathan, I gotta get into your ass, right? I kind of know what you meant, right? I know what you meant, but it came out all fucked up and all wrong, right? Because Zelle is talking about basically turn down your gayness. And he's like, I can't turn down my gayness any more than you can turn down your blackness. I was like, we can't turn down our skin tone. But I think I know what he meant. He just said it in the wrong way. He literally said it in the wrong way. I think And I'm not defending what Jonathan said, because what Jonathan said was wrong, but I think I know what he was trying to say, and what he should have said was, you want me to, because what it is turn down your gayness. That means be more straight appearance, act more straight, right? Act like you're a straight man around these straight men, so that they're not uncomfortable around you, right? So I think in the moment, what Jonathan what he was trying to articulate was, when you're in a setting with white people, right? They don't want you to act like what a quote unquote black person acts like, right? You know, hood, ghetto, or you know how what they think we're hood, we're ghetto, we don't know how to speak. So you know how we code switch, right? How we have our voice with our friends and our family, but then we have our professional voice. I believe that's what Jonathan meant, but it came out wrong, and it came out all fucked up. Cause I was like, Jonathan, because for a minute I got pissed off. I'm like, turn down his blackness. But then I had to catch myself. I'm like, I don't think he means, I know he doesn't mean turn down your skin tone. I think he literally means code switch, right? He should have just said that, but he didn't, right? He didn't. So Zelle told him stop talking to him. So they pull up to the beach, you know, they do a tug of war, they do they have an egg on a spoon, they do that, they do some volleyball. And that's that. I don't know who won. If you guys want to know who won, I can't tell you. So then at a certain point, you know, we see Sin and Jonathan talking, right? So Sin and Jonathan were talking about the situation that happened with him and Zelle. He kept repeating what he said. And I'm like, Jonathan, you do realize what you're saying is not the right thing. I think what he meant was code switching. Like when you're around people who may feel that you are, you know, like I said, people think black people can be ghetto, hood, illiterate. The list can go on about what people's perceptions of us are, right? Uneducated, ignorant, the list goes on and on, right? So they're talking about that. Then they talk about Uncle Fatso, right? So we see him, Uncle Fatso, he went and talked to Mimi because he's talking about the situation with Sin. On top of him needing to make amends with the Creep Squad, he also needs to make amends with Sin as well, right? Which I literally forgot about this. I didn't even remember that him and Sin had went into the studio with each other. Which season was that? I so did not remember. Was that season 10? Was that the season 10? I do not remember them going into the studio together. It had to be season 10. No? Because they said 6 years ago. 6 years ago. 6 years ago. 6 years ago. I don't remember that. And I would say I've watched every season of Love and Hip Hop New York, but I haven't. There's one season that I did not watch Love and Hip Hop New York, and that was the season when K Michelle came on. That season that K Michelle, actually no, I watched the season that K Michelle joined Love and Hip Hop New York. It was a season that they made Erica a full-time cast member, which was season 3. I didn't watch season 3 that much, so I can't really tell you much about season 3. But Cisco wasn't on there season 3. He came after that. I don't know. They had a situation in the studio. It is what it is. Mimi, he feels some type of way because he saw Sin with Booby. And Mimi was like, if you want to apologize to her, you apologize to her. Forget whatever she got going on with Booby. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You handle that situation over there. And I was like, exactly, right? So then, surprise, surprise, Safari shows up. I don't really care about Erica or Safari because, like I keep saying, it's bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Shekinah, when Erica saw Safari, she went out by herself, but Shekinah and Mimi went and checked on her. That's the end of the episode, you guys. It ain't nothing much else for me to talk about, but that's it. All right, you guys. So that is going to wrap it up for me. I want you guys to like the video, leave your comments in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell button, you guys. And that is going to wrap it up for me. I hope you guys stay safe, take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye, you guys. You guys don't know how many times I had to say that in order to get it. Bye, guys.